Okay, so in this lesson you'll be required to draw and letter, to draw lines, and then you also learn how to letter in the engineering, according to the engineering standard. So this is how to draw thick and thin lines, and also how to letter. So we will be lettering letter A to Z, then we would number from 1 all the way to 9, and then we would include 0. So you would take your paper. This is what you are expected to do. So you're expected to have 4 lines: 1, 2, 3, and 4. As you can see, the line weights of these 2 lines are different from this, and then the distance between these 2 lines is 16 mm, and then the distance between these 2 lines is 10 mm. So that means the distance from here to here is 3 mm, and here to here is also 3 mm. So please take note. So that is what you are going to do for both lettering and numbering. So first we are going to draw our line, then we would draw immediately. That's a thin line. For this one, I wouldn't use the marker, I would use just the pencil. I'll try my best to make sure that the pencil looks both thin and thick. And then I would measure out my 16. Now, if you have set the paper well, you realize that immediately you draw this, the distance between these 2 lines should remain 16 throughout. From there you would mark 3 above and then 3 below. Then you would also draw. Take note, I would letter to the end of my paper, and you would have to letter all the way. Your paper is bigger, you're using A2, I am using A4. Please take note. Now the lines are supposed to have varying thicknesses, as you can see. So this line would have to be thick, this would also have to be thick, and these 2 remain thin. So this is what you're expected to do. You can see clearly: thick, thin, thin, thick. Then you are going to letter. So you are going to let the alphabet touch. So that is A, right? Then try and leave a space of roughly about 5 mm, that's 0.5 centimeters between the alphabets. Maximum 10 mm, that is 1 centimeter. It shouldn't be more, it shouldn't be less. You don't need to measure throughout. You can just stipulate, or you can just guess the distance. Just make sure that they are evenly spaced. Then this is B, this will be C, this will be D, this will be E, this would be F, this would be G, this would be H, this would be I, Now that I have ended here, I would actually go below and continue. So I would continue this. I ended at R, I need to end at Z, so I will have to add the same thing. So I need 3 and and then 3. Okay, so I need That's S. I need U. Okay. This is S. This is T. This is U. V. W. X. Y. Z. And then I would only deepen to where the Z is. There is no need to extend beyond the Z. So this is what you are expected to do for lettering. Then you would go ahead to also number below. So take notes. You can see I always draw thin line first, then I use thick lines. This is the best and easiest way to draw, because if you make a mistake when you draw a thick line and it is a mistake, as I've said, you would have problems with erasing. But if it's a thin line, you just leave it. You technically don't erase thin lines. There are lines that we need to indicate. So realize I always go thin, thin, thin. Then I'm going to number. You can start 0 and at 9. You can start 1 and at 0. So you go 1 to 9, then you add 0. So I will start with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sorry, they are supposed to touch. So I realized the numbers started lifting off. 8. Oh. And 9. Please take note that you might be given different dimensions based on what you are asked to do. Maybe the dimensions might be reduced or increased. Please use that. This is just for tutorial purposes only. So please take note. Thank you.